Happy New Year! New year, new me. Get ready with me for the first day of the year. So today is like the first day back. I had some time off over Christmas, which was so nice and so needed. I feel like I got to the end of the year and I was exhausted. There were so many learning lessons from 2022. An amazing year in terms of like KO. We doubled the income from the previous year, which is amazing and always what you want to see. I think I took a lot of like learnings and lessons in terms of like the people you work with is so important. That was like one of my biggest lessons from that year, because I definitely had ups and downs in terms of the people I was working with and finding out like that balance of getting the right people, but also that you just cannot do it yourself. And that's like on the back of that, because it really shows how important people are and having the right people, because literally I think I got to the end of this year and I was so exhausted, and that's why I had to take some time off social media, because I was just like I felt like I'd had enough of everything. I just needed some time off, not to think about it. And that is because I didn't have the right systems, the right people in place, and burnout's real. So yeah, I feel like I'm rested, recovered, and feel a lot better. But like, yeah, it's kind of shown me the importance of like, I can't do it all on my own, so let's get the right people systems in place so that I'm not doing everything. Like, I'm doing things that I really shouldn't be because I've just not got the manpower to do it. So that kind of ended the year in kind of a bit of like an overwhelmed way. But I feel like I've had some time off to collect my thoughts, understand like what it is I need to do, and I'm excited to attack it. Like, I'm ready to go now. Like, I feel like that time off was needed to just bring a little bit of clarity of like what's going on. So excited. We've got some huge goals for this year, which I am so excited about. Like, honestly, KO Estates is going to transform. We've got all the right people, right systems in place, and it's gonna be huge. We're gonna help so many people. I'm so excited to kind of just like change the way the industry is being run at the moment. So that is so fun for me. But also we're gonna have a huge like concentration on the education side as well. I feel like last year it worked so well. We helped so many people, but we weren't consistent with it, and that's again down to the systems and people we had in place. It just was not right, and we did not have the capability to take any more people on, which is such a shame. In this year I refuse to let that happen. So this year we've got a huge concentration on the education, but also like being able to scale that to a lot of people for everyone. So they're the two big hitters for this year in terms of like what our goals are, where we're focusing our time, energy, and getting the right like staff and resources in to allow that to happen, if that makes sense. But yeah, I'm excited. So I've always been a work from homer since KO Estates. Obviously KO Estates, if you don't know, was kind of a side hustle. I was working a full-time corporate job doing KO on the side, and then it turned into KO full-time. So and it was also, ignore the face right now, it was also set up in lockdown, which was like never leaving the house kind of territory. And now the world's opened up and KO Estates has an office. I think it's important like we start to treat it like a little bit more seriously as well as we become bigger, because I've always worked from home, and I actually really like working from home because I work best when there is silence, when there is no sound, no one to distract me, no one to like talk to me. Like, I need silence. Whereas Jake's the complete opposite. He needs activity, he needs people, he needs noise. And I'm just so the opposite. So I've got into like a nice little routine of working from home, but I just think it's important, especially with scaling. Like, you can't bring people to your house for meetings and stuff. Like, face to face is no interaction for it. So an office was required, and that is why I'm getting ready to go to the office today, which is exciting because we've never had an office before. It's always been a home thing. I quite like working from home, but I think just with the scale and everything we're getting up to now, it's like I can't avoid it. So I'm definitely excited for like this new phase in our journey, because we're becoming like not just like a side hustle. Like I always remember like where we started from, and when I see like we're growing such speed and like who we're becoming, it's like so exciting and crazy really to think that that can actually happen. So it's definitely needed. I'm excited. It'll definitely help us grow, scale, focus, and having that like space outside of home, because as much as I like working from home, I think you can fall into bad habits in terms of like just like logging on all the time, like not having that kind of home work divide. So that is the plan. And yeah, the focus for this first quarter is a huge hiring like push and getting those right peoples in place. Like I said, systems like this time off has just made me realise that is exactly what we need, and we're going to end up like stopping the growth if we don't get those right people in place, and it's going to cause massive issues. So that's going to be my first plan of attack for this quarter, and yeah, I'm so hyped for it. 2023, we've got new goals, new offices, and we're going to smash it. Anyway, I'll catch you up with what I'm wearing. To prepare today, it's just going to be pretty chilled because there's no one in the office, and I'm going to take full advantage of that. I feel like it's my first day of school. Wish me luck!